Hi guys, welcome to the very first training of the 5-star ministry of the First Impression team. And today we're going to begin with greeter. But before I get into the actual greeter training, there's a piece of verse I want to share with y'all. So let's go to Psalm chapter 84, verse 10. And this is what it says. For a day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in a tent of wickedness. Now, of course, we're in Psalm, so you know that the author of this verse is King David. Something special about King David is that under his reign, the people of Israel were actually able to conquer all of the land. Joshua led him in, but David is the one who finished conquering all the promised land. And then this is the part of the verse I want to highlight, is that King David said, I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of wickedness, which means that he'd rather be a doorkeeper for his God than be, you name it, a CEO of a company, of a corporate world, like in today's term, that he would rather just be a doorkeeper, a greeter of the temple than only a whole worldly business. And that's literally what the tents of wickedness means. Like, it's what is not of God, because there's only one's from God and there's one from Satan. There's no in between. And just all that to say, are you going to take this position of being a greeter as serious or as much as King David has valued? That's not up to me, that's up to you. So that's why I want to share this piece of information, just to let you know that you're not only just there to say hi to people, whoever walks in the door, but what you're actually doing is you're ushering their presence into the house of God. Okay? Okay, now let's get into a training of how to greet as a greeter. There are a few expectations that we do expect you to do or to present while you're positioned as a greeter. Well, first thing first, you are there to be by the door, and that's where everybody comes in, enters the building. And two, you are there to greet and open the door for them. And third of all, you're also there to monitor any potential threat or danger to the church, because during that time is when everybody comes into the door, and we don't know who comes in, but only the greeter does. So you're expected to report any potential threat firsthand, because you're going to be a first point of contact if there is a threat to church. And all right, and then let's get into how to greet. I'll suggest you take some notes or write it down, because this is going to be your quiz, and this is just for your own benefit. Is that when you greet, make sure you give the person all of your attention even before they approach the building. Why? It's to show them honor, and it's to show them respect. It's to show them that we care about them, but that we're very honored that they want to visit our church and they want to choose Zale Church as their family or home church, I would say. And this is what I would say. Like, if we're really about 5-star, the excellence, like, how would it be excellent? How would it be considered a 5-star service if we don't notice someone entering into the building until they approach the door? Like, that wouldn't make sense. So our attention is not supposed to be inside the building, but it should be outside. And then this one, I want to back it up with this verse. Luke 16, verse 10. NASB, by the way. The one who is faithful in the very little thing is also faithful in much. The one who is unrighteous in the very little things is also unrighteous in much. Yes, it's talking about finance. Yes, it's talking about, if you're faithful a little, you can be trusted with much. But another important principle is that excellence is in the details. If you don't care about details, you're not going to have excellence. And it's only evident when we care about this little thing. So, and King Solomon says, don't let the little foxes ruin our garden. Why? Because he knows that it's the little things that ruins it. It's not the major problem where you're not even present. I mean, it is a big problem if you're not even near the door, but it's even a bigger problem. But that every time you add the greeter, you're a greeter and you're not even noticing, you don't even know who's coming in, who's going out. Like, come on. And also, with that being said, we're not there to greet one another at a 5-star team. We get it. We're a family. We love each other, but this is time to serve. our attention should be given to the guests, to the visitors, not to the friends who are already in the lobby. So if someone's trying to talk to you and stuff like that, trying to get your attention distracted, just be like, hey, I love to talk to you, but right now I'm a greeter and I want to give the guests all my honor because, maybe that's why they decide to stay at Zeo Church, because they have such a good greeting service.
So this is Pastor Bella, and I know that you are taking notes and listening to Pastor Nick about how to be a greeter, but there are some things that I want to repeat and just share my view on is the importance of a greeter. I think not only is a physically important, but it's also just, it's important to be there because we are the face of Zeo Church. Before they even enter into the sanctuary, before they even meet another pastor, they are going to walk in and they're going to see your face. It's really important, really, really important to be prayed up, to be Bibled up, and to be ready and expecting for God to move, even in something as simple as opening the door, as saying hi to people, asking them how they were this week. The first thing that people will see is your face. So take that in. The first thing that people will see is your face. So let's have a smile on our face. Let's be welcoming. You don't have to be fake about it. We expect a genuine welcome, so you don't have to be cheesy smiling the whole entire time. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to meet you. That's not really genuine. I mean, unless that's you as a person, but most likely we just want a warm and genuine welcome. We want people to enter here to feel welcomed. Really, that's what it is as a greeter. You're not only saying hi, but you're showing the face of Zeo Church. That is really important because most of the time, if not always, the pastors, like our lead pastors, Pastor Nicole and Pastor Micah, they aren't there to say hi to every person as they would like to be, but that's where we come in and we help them. We help them by saying, you know what? You go focus on whatever your responsibilities and your duties are for Sunday, and I'll take the joy and I'll take the duty. It's a glad thing. It's honestly such a simple way to be helping out in the kingdom of God. Such a simple way to be showing our love for our church and our church family by welcoming them in to the house of the Lord. So I just want to encourage you on that. That's my little input. And it's really, really important. So see you later.
And this is the last part of this training. Don't forget that part of the 5-Star Ministry mission is that we don't serve unto man's excellence, but we serve unto God's excellence. We don't want to serve a worldly standard of excellence. We want to serve unto a godly standard of excellence. So with that being said, the only way you can get that is not through my teachings, not through my trainings. What's it through? It's actually through your prayer. So whenever we, after our huddle, we spread out to our station, I want you to pray this. And I request you to pray this, is that, Lord, how can I greet? How do you want me to greet the people? What are some little things you want me to change about how I present myself to them when they walk in? Because I'm telling you, some people are easily offended, and they will take offense when you don't look at them in their eyes, when you say hi. They will take offense when you don't shake their hand. And if you want to even go about it, some people will get offended if you don't even know their name. For me, I know one thing that God wants me to do is to remember everyone's name. And I've been really working on that. It's to able to call their name just by asking their name for once. But that's on me. And I want you to ask God yourself, how do you want me to greet as a greeter? And also that takes some work off my shoulder because I'm not there to micromanage you, and I can't even micromanage you on Sunday because I'm going to be in the sanctuary with Pastor Micah because I'm his armor bearer. I'm not really allowed to leave his presence. So yeah, I hope this video clarified to you the importance of a greeter, and I hope you learned something about a greeter, and I hope you learned something about King David. I don't know. All right. With that being said, there's going to be a link in the video description, and I want y'all to take the quiz. And just to let y'all know that if you haven't scored 100 on the quiz, you're not allowed to move on to the next video. And also to let you know, if you haven't scored 100 on the quiz, you're also not allowed to serve. So this is for the quality control and make sure everybody's on the same page. So whenever if we see you, not doing what you're supposed to do, and be like, hey, remember what you answered on the quiz, and remember this is what we said in the video. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting through and finish this video. I hope that this encouraged you and this trained you more as like a greeter and let you know the importance of a doorkeeper. And at the end of the day, I just pray that you're excited to greet people and just have a heart for people. Again, ministry is not for you and I, it's for the Lord and for His people. So, love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video.